Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be reacting to Mob Psycho Season 2, Episode 1. Last time we watched the OVA, we got to see kind of Reagan's side of the story, what he was really, he was there, but he was writing in all this inaccurate, kind of making himself more like the main character than Mob. And I guess if you were writing a book, it might be more entertaining if Reagan was the one that did everything. So I kind of got why that would be a better book, but it's still kind of funny in itself. But Season 1 went really fast. You kind of forget how short a 12-episode season is. We kind of learned that with One Punch Man, how fast that went. So I'm excited to start Season 2. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check the next couple episodes early and uncut over on patreon.com/ajrich123. Let's go ahead and start. What could be wrong in a creepy farm? That was your first mistake, walking around at night on a creepy farm. They do like the shocked faces perfectly in this show. Like they are perfect. And who's the right person to call? You call Reagan. Best decision of your life, sir. You could take some, some stuff off the farm. Oh, what a nice guy. He'll take almost anything. I don't know if they're necessarily experts in, farm handling. How good crops are. Scarecrow spirit. What? Wow, that's pretty basic. Okay. Nothing's ever easy. Beaten by vegetables. Wriggle, wriggle. I never really thought about that. I would think you wouldn't have to eat if you're a spirit. Don't ever call Reagan ordinary. That's blasphemy. Oh, like a big yarn ball. Oh. Control things around you like that. Holy. Turned himself into like a spirit ball. Oh, so that's how he handled it. These spirits never expect how strong Mob is. Yup, easy as pie. I don't think that's gonna pay you dividends. New thing for Reagan, now he's an expert at farming and growing crops. He's an expert at a lot of stuff. Oh, you know what? That actually might work. Hey, big money deal right there. Exactly. Business opportunity. Reagan just found another way to profit off Mob. I mean, I guess a lot of people don't taste test, so you could do it and still sell it, and then when they get home, well, they're never gonna buy again, so. Founder. Everybody, man, everybody takes advantage of Mob in this show. Such an innocent kid, and they all have their reasons to have him around. I mean, it's not necessarily bad. I mean, they do good stuff too. I'm glad he kind of redeemed himself a bit here too. He kind of learned his lesson. Though if you included her for some weird reason, Mob would do pretty much anything. I think that's pretty obvious. I mean, it's pretty, you know, normal to fall for like the popular girl or, you know, somebody that stands out. I think that's pretty normal. That is the best way to make him want to be student council president. That's like, you know. She's definitely a, you know, a good persuader. I thought Reagan already said he was doing that type of stuff already. He did hardcore training under the waterfall. Is there anybody that can speak better than Mob? Probably a lot of them, but confidence. He resigned, but he's gonna try again? Huh. Oh, I kind of understand it actually. If he gets back in his way, he resigned and then goes back and then still gets in, then that's truly like the way to do it, to kind of redeem himself fully. And of course, they're there for you at all times. Big speech? That's a lot of people staring at you all at once. No. 5 minutes of silence. I'm surprised like you would even be able to get on the list at that point. His confidence was already low, so that's going to put a huge damper on that. Huh. So that actually impressed? That impressed some girls to him. That is absolutely not what I thought. Somebody confessing to Mob, if you know, noticed him in the beginning of, you know, season 1, you wouldn't think that's really possible because his confidence, I don't know. It's not like he's not a bad guy. It's just, that just threw me right there. But somebody like, you know, legitimately confessing to him like that shows that he's been growing. And even though he stood there and just stared for 5 seconds or 5 minutes, that alone, when you think about it, can look impressive to some people, because when you're doing that and you're having the confidence and the, you know, the ability to go out there and put yourself out there, some people will see that as a good thing. So, you know, and that's what we're seeing in this case. I like that. I like that. Even though Mob couldn't say a word, that's a major improvement for him. Reagan would be proud. So he didn't say no. That's a good thing. So Mob said yes. I think Mob would have a hard time saying no in general. Oh yeah, you're not supposed to say anything. At least you got a, you know, job. I guess he could tell her, but that would be something that might not be normal to other people. But you write a book as good as Reagan, though. That's the question. You have to have somebody to show your work, though. You need another opinion. It helps. Dimple's still waiting for you. I think that would put anyone in a better mood. He's destroying stuff with a smile. Oh. I mean, he wasn't saying anything bad about it. Oh, so maybe I missed it. I hate when I miss things like this. At least it's in the middle of the episode. So he rejected her. I don't think it showed. Oh my god, I wonder if I missed it. But if he rejected her and still walking her like that, that's, oh man, that is so Mob. That is so Mob to do something like that. To reject somebody but still walk her and that's like kind of, I guess, from her perspective, it would look like you're kind of like even though, well, you rejected her though, so it's not like leading on, but you're kind of still leaving the door open. I can't say that has not happened to me, where I've been rejected and then I still, the girl is still wanting to hang out or whatever. It kind of gives you like that glimmer of hope or whatever. So I understand her perspective there. Probably not. It's like the friend zone, the getting out of the friend zone. But if you've already, like, if they straight up said no to you already, you kind of can get, sometimes you can't get the gist of it. I don't know. Which is really hard to do. It can put the other person in a weird... He does, it's just hard for him. Oh no. He was told to. He does do a lot of things because he was told to. Whoa. And she's being honest about it. Whoa, it turned out like that. That's tough. Oh man, I really thought Mob got somebody legitimately like that. It looked like she was actually enjoying herself though. Was that 100% truthful? They're probably... See, they're not gonna give you a good opinion. See, she's not being 100% truthful. I think she was... Yeah, she was being truthful to him when it came to the writing the book and everything. See, she just doesn't want to be different from the crowd. It's put her in this weird circumstance. And Mob's such a good guy. Oh, see, how can you not like that? There's no way. See, there's no way she didn't actually start at least liking him as a friend. That is so sweet. He's actually showing it to get all... Oh, yeah, that's one way to get it, getting all those pieces. Probably the only way without it being an absolute pain. Using your powers like that is impressive. A cool way to be cool in front of a girl. Mm-hmm. Wait, what? She saw all that? Oh, there she goes. There's something she can write about. Oh, wow. Mob, I loved the whole... I mean, this was an impressive first episode of season 2. Not only did it kind of have a different feel. We know this show has more than just... It's not just a comedy. It doesn't just have fights. There's a lot of drama and a lot of emotions. I mean, literally, we see emotions and no emotions, but... it's a very emotional show. It has like these moments that really pull you, and this one did it in a very different way. They focused more on relationships, which the show tends to do, and it focused more on him kind of being Mob, but unintentionally, making somebody actually want to, because she was doing it as a joke, but then it ended up, showing how Mob is, how he naturally is, how good of a guy he naturally is, can really pull someone towards him. And that's what happened with her. Like, I love that it ended up being like she ended up changing her mind gradually. And she even said she's kind of like him. She hides things. And that's the typical type, you're in a clique, you're in a group or whatever in school, and you might not necessarily agree with the people around you, but that's like your group, that's who you're around. It can make you kind of act a different way than you really are, and that's what happens with her there. But she, like, Mob standing up for the stuff that she told him, in confidence. She told him that but that she couldn't be honest with anybody else. She took it as like, oh, this is just a joke. I wasn't actually taking this seriously, but in reality she was. And by opening up to Mob, and Mob, making it her thing a priority there, and it not wanting to disappear, it changed her. And that's something Mob does. Mob changes the people around him, makes people like, I don't know, like his personality, even though he's quiet and even though he does things, sticks, to himself, people weirdly gravitate towards him. And in doing that, make them better. We've already seen characters from season 1 improve. I mean, even somebody like Dimple, who'd probably still be scamming people and doing a bunch of very bad things, is now kind of in check, I guess, with just being around him. So it's like he can, and somebody like Reagan, all these people that gravitate towards him. I don't know. This was just a perfect example of how good of a character Mob is, and just a good character, but just a good person in general. There's so many moments where it's just like, oh God, yeah. I mean, how can you be mean? How can you ever be mean to somebody like that? It's too nice, too sweet, it's just an innocent kid. That's what Mob is. It's a big contrast to Reagan for sure. That's why they work so well together. Same with Dimple. The opposites. It's kind of the opposites game when it comes to a good back and forth and personalities clashing and all that. Mob is like perfect for people like Dimple and Reagan and opposite personalities. That's why they kind of go towards him. But anyway, no, this was a great episode. This is getting me very, very excited for the rest of season 2. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check out the Patreon at patreon.com/ajrich123. Also, I have a Twitch, twitch.tv/ajrich for streams. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.